You're not ending, you're evolving. You've been seeing 999 over and over on clocks, on receipts, in quiet places where no one else would notice. But your soul did, because it wasn't just a number, it was a whisper from the divine, a sacred signal. You're not falling apart, you're being released. 999 is the number of completion, but don't mistake completion for failure. Don't confuse closure with loss. This is not where it ends. This is where you evolve. You are not ending, you are unfolding. This is what the divine is whispering over you right now. The number 999 is not a signal of collapse. It's a message of sacred conclusion. You are walking out of a cycle that has served its purpose, and heaven is now placing its hand upon your shoulder and saying, "You can lay it down now. It is finished." The grief you've been carrying silently, the doors you've tried to hold open out of fear, the versions of you that tried to survive in places you've outgrown, those are now being gently released. And the release is not loss, it is permission. Angel number 999 is heaven's gentle but clear whisper. It's okay to walk away. This blessing comes when you've been clinging to something that once felt sacred, but now only weighs your spirit. It's not that the journey was meaningless, it's that the lesson has been fulfilled. This number does not come to dismantle what you built in vain. It comes to release you with honor. Your pain was purposeful. Your time wasn't wasted. You were never foolish to love or to try. But now, the blessing is in the permission to close the chapter without shame. This is sacred closure, signed by grace. You're being shown how to end with peace, not panic. You're being called to trust that the door shutting behind you isn't rejection, it's redirection. The blessing of 999 is that God is not punishing you by removing things. He is protecting you by clearing the path. The people who walked away, that season that didn't bloom, that delay that made you question your value, it all had divine purpose. But now, what once taught you must no longer bind you. You are stepping out of the energy of clinging and into the peace of clarity. No more begging for validation. No more adjusting your soul to fit into a space that doesn't honor it. This number says, "Let go and let me take it from here." Let go of the guilt. Let go of the what-ifs. Let go of the pressure to keep proving your worth through performance. 999 means the cycle is complete. Everything you've been through, every heartbreak, every detour, every door that closed without warning, was all part of a soul agreement that has now fulfilled its purpose. 999 tells you that what needed to be learned has been learned. The healing has happened, even if you can't fully see it yet. The curtain is closing on a chapter you've outgrown, and while goodbyes are hard, staying stuck is harder. 999 doesn't just signal the end of something, it prepares you for divine realignment. God is shifting you from places you tolerated into places where you'll finally thrive. What felt like delays were detours to protect your purpose. The misalignment you once adapted to is now being brought into full exposure, not to shame you, but to reawaken you. You are being aligned with people who speak your language, with work that reflects your soul, with rhythms that honor your healing. This number reminds you that you don't need to beg for what's meant to belong to you. What's yours will flow. It will feel like peace, and it will rise to meet you as you release what never truly fit. This isn't punishment, it's permission. Permission to stop repeating, permission to rise, permission to let go with peace and walk into your next season with clarity. If your heart knows it's time to let go, type in the comments. I release what no longer serves me. You are not being asked to restart. You are being invited to rise higher from the foundation you've built in fire. The ashes of your past are not wasted. They are the fertile soil of your resurrection. Angel number 999 brings a blessing of divine elevation. It's heaven's seal that your spiritual graduation is complete. You've outgrown the battle. You've surpassed the need to stay in spaces of striving. Now you are being called to something lighter, truer, freer. You are not who you were, and that's not something to mourn. It's something to honor. This blessing comes with the promise of peace that surpasses understanding. Peace in the in-between. Peace in the releasing. Peace even when the next chapter is still blurry. Because faith doesn't require you to know. It asks you to trust that the hand that closed the door is the same hand that is opening something greater. 999 is your soul's quiet exhale after a storm. The divine says, you have evolved. You're not the person who tolerated chaos just to feel loved. You're not the version of yourself who performed to be seen. You've walked through shadows, yes. But now, light recognizes you. You have become someone new. Right now, I want you to stand up, lift your hands, and give me thanks freely, boldly. You are engaged in a spiritual battle, and every negative feeling is losing its grip on your home this very moment. They must leave and will never return. Look around you from this day on. You will notice a soft, calming presence filling every room of your house. Open your doors and windows wide to let my peace flood in. Do not fear any evil, for my angels are stationed around your family, standing guard to defend you from every hidden threat. Let me share a secret. You are not here by accident. Before I formed the universe, they might be encouraging you to stay positive and keep moving forward, or they could be signaling that a significant change is on the horizon. The key is to remain open and receptive to the messages and opportunities that come your way. This is your moment. This is your confirmation. This is your celestial transfer, and it's already begun. And this number blesses your next steps with wisdom. You don't need to start over. You are starting forward, shaped by everything you've survived. You are no longer who you were when the cycle began, and that's the proof that it's truly complete. Heaven celebrates your transformation, even if no one around you understands it yet. 999 is a portal of divine release. There's no breakthrough without letting go. And 999 is heaven's reminder that releasing isn't loss. It's alignment. You're being gently unraveled from what no longer matches your energy, from relationships that drain you, from roles that shrink you, from stories that no longer tell the truth about who you are becoming. This release is a rebirth. The divine is clearing space so your blessings don't have to compete with your baggage. And yes, it may feel like emptiness right now. But emptiness is just room for the miracle. I also look for gratitude to arise in your heart, rejoice in the gifts I give, but also find joy when I withhold something you asked for, knowing I always have greater plans, far beyond your current understanding. Let me see that trust growing inside you, confidence that my plans for your future are good, filled with love, life, hope, and promise. When you finish hearing these words, take a moment to write down what you are thankful for. If your mind draws a blank, recall those miraculous moments of rescue that were once tucked away in the corners of your memory. Times you knew my hand intervened and changed the course of your situation. Remember how I rescued you, comforted you, and provided for you even when you had strayed. Revisit these moments of my kindness and let them rekindle your thankfulness. Speak with me now from the depth of your heart. Thank you, beloved God, for all your blessings. Write it, declare it, and let the power of gratitude flow through your spirit until every doubt is chased away. You are blessed with discernment now. Where confusion used to live, clarity is rising. Where you once overgave to be chosen, you are now choosing yourself with God. Where you once lived in survival, you are stepping into sacred trust. And the things you thought you lost, they are not gone. They are being replaced with something more aligned, more life-giving, more eternal. This is your blessing of completion. Not a finish line, but a divine threshold. 999 is the divine's invitation to forgive, release, and be renewed. You don't need to carry the blame anymore. You don't need to keep rehearsing what you could have done differently. That version of you was doing the best they could with the tools they had. This blessing comes wrapped in mercy. It's the healing balm of spiritual amnesty, the moment where you are allowed to walk away from the weight you were never meant to hold forever. Angel number 999 says, "You are not your past. You are your potential, and your potential is no longer tied to the pain. It's now being restored with compassion." Take a deep breath. If you feel this in your spirit, like this video to anchor the energy in your field, let this be your agreement with divine timing. 999 signals a spiritual graduation. You are not who you used to be, and that's not something to grieve. It's something to honor. 999 is the number of elevation. You've survived what tried to silence you. You've awakened to patterns that once controlled you. You've become aware, and awareness is the first step to freedom. A place where what was bows down and what is becoming stretches its hand toward you. You are being spiritually promoted. Not because you fought harder than others, but because you surrendered, because you trusted, because you let healing in where pride once stood guard. And now the divine says, "Come up higher, there's more, there's better, and it's yours." Even now the sign you pleaded for in your anxious heart, you wondered if I truly heard you, and my reply is this: I have been listening all along. My love for you is unchanging, and I am pouring out blessings that will overwhelm you with gladness. You need not despair any longer, for I am your healer, your protector, your provider, the one who rescues you and restores your hope. Every step you take toward me is a step into my mercy and favor. Hold nothing back when you seek me, to let your soul crave my presence, the way desert sands thirst for water. Do not forget the miracles I've already prepared for you, waiting for the moment you open your heart fully. My words are sustenance to your spirit. Feed on them and allow them to strengthen you. Comment below, "I'm ready to evolve." Let heaven and earth witness your yes. It's not the end, it's the unveiling. 999 comes to whisper what your spirit already knows, that this chapter is complete, that you've outgrown the old, and it's time to step into what's next. You may not know the full picture yet, but peace isn't found in certainty. It's found in surrender. So trust what's leaving. Trust what's shifting. Trust what's being rewritten. Because you are not starting from scratch. You are starting from wisdom. And your next season, it's not a repeat. It's a revelation. If this message found you, it was meant for you. Subscribe to walk this spiritual path with clarity, truth, and divine comfort. Like and share if you're ready to walk away from cycles and into alignment. And in the comments, type 999. My new beginning begins now. I wrote your life story. I laid eyes on you with affection long before your first breath. I molded you with unbreakable courage, giving you the determination of a true victor. Every storm you've endured, every rejection you've faced, has been used to forge that champion's heart within you. You and I both know your hardships have only made you stronger. Take action. Now feel my words stirring in your spirit, reminding you there's a grand purpose waiting to unfold in your life. It's time for my will to be carried out. The weight you've carried is being lifted. The vision you've nurtured is being activated. The future you've dreamed of is being built, not by your striving, but by divine supply. Because this isn't an ending. This is the holy unfolding of your becoming. You're not who you were. And that's exactly the point. Now rise. You've made it through the hardest parts of the storm, and you're still here. Not broken, but becoming. Not ending, but awakening. The number 999 didn't find you by accident. It appeared because your soul is ready to rise, ready to release, ready to be seen not for what you've carried, but for what you're called to carry forward. This moment, it's not just a spiritual checkpoint. It's a divine exit from old versions of you. It's a sacred entryway into restoration, clarity, peace, and alignment you don't have to chase anymore. You are being gently but powerfully rerouted. Not because you're off track, but because you're being positioned for what your higher self has already said yes to. If this message found your heart in the right moment, don't scroll past it. Let it be your divine agreement. Comment below, 999, I trust the release. I receive the rebirth. Like this video not as a gesture, but as a signal to your spirit and to heaven. Subscribe if you're ready to walk in alignment, clarity, and divine timing with every message you receive here. And remember, you don't have to cling to what's complete. You don't have to mourn what heaven has made peace with. Your future isn't behind you. It's rising in front of you, and it's already better than you expected. This isn't where you end. This is where God begins. Amen.